starting from January 12, 2020, doors will become illegal. That means all existing doors will be removed regardless of their purpose. What do you do now? Monsters Incorporated isn't going to take this news well. They'll all lose their jobs and have no source of energy. Happy Cake Day. I like your username. Use gates instead. Good luck keeping the cold out during winter. Here in Minnesota, my parents would always put saran wrap over the windows after the first frost of the year to keep the cold out and therefore make heating costs lower. I imagine the state government would send out all sorts of information on the best alternatives to doors that we could use to prevent us from getting frostbite in our sleep. When little Timmy lost his door, he didn't fret or frown. He merely said, "I must do more to get myself to town. I do not need a door," said he. "Of plastic, white or wood?" He pondered long and cried with glee. "A window's just as good. A window's just a shorter door," he said with hope and pride. But Timmy owned the 13th floor. And Timmy fucking died. When backpacking, I sometimes come across little cabins you can sleep in. Some of them just have a heavy canvas flap for a door. It unrolls from the top of the frame and it at least keeps the wind out. I bet really heavy curtains would work okay. Or build in treeways like on igloos, that trap warm air inside by being below floor level. Way to just find empty cabins to sleep in? They're just little wooden buildings with a ledge running around the inside wall for people to sleep on. They're not furnished or anything like that, but yeah. Hikers' cabins are a thing. So are staircases in the middle of the woods, but I wouldn't recommend messing with them. That went over my head. We can use really thick curtains. I just thought of boarding an airplane, but instead of the big ass door it's just a thick curtain. Now have a safe flight. Pilot, okay everyone, make sure the curtains are nailed down and make sure it's not the weak one. We all know what happened last time. Poor Bobby. He was a good flight attendant. That's a good idea until you realize curtains don't offer protection from people walking through or animals. As a matter of fact, line them with spikes and shock wire. This seems like the answer in terms of protection. Shock wire line thick curtains that you control the power of remotely. Find whatever loophole exists in this new rule that allows the use of something other than doors as doors. At some point, someone will have to define what a door is, so that something can be used that barely doesn't fit the definition. Google already has a definition for doors: a hinged, sliding, or revolving barrier at the entrance to a building, room, or a vehicle, or in the framework of a cupboard. So a window that can be opened counts as a door if it's made into a main entrance? I guess so. What a world we live in. I'd sell my doorless car and buy a Jeep with no doors. Unless you really want a Jeep, just take the doors off your car. Less hassle that way. Good idea. Luckily doors are structural elements of unibody cars, so it makes your vehicle nice and flexible. We're all going to lose our cats, I can tell you that. Oh shit. I love my cats. They'll be killed immediately by the busy road outside. Not having doors sucks. Not having them inside would spell death for my stupid biker cat. Or outside possibly. Stupid shit wants to eat fiberglass and blankets. Alternatively, everyone gets too many cats. Submarines and spaceships are going to have a bad time. Edit, how is this one of my highest rated comments? My first thought went to airplanes. A lot of planes can still fly without doors. Just not very fast. They can still fly. The pilot and co-pilot just have to wear masks and the cargo has to be non-alive or dead. Jets usually fly in like 30°C temperatures, so make sure to wear layers. Put a huge block of something at the doorway. How are you gonna get in and out? HMO4 strength. Not HMO6 rock smash? Isn't rock smash a trademark now? They're all TMs now. Are you mad? I'll die of hypothermia here in Canada. Why you do this to me op? It must be done. A small price to pay for salvation. The cold must flow. Drink your Kool-Aid. Live a life of crime. What are they gonna do? Put me in jail? Good luck keeping me there without a door. They're just gonna throw your ass in a deep hole. He's going to be the next Bane. Panics in prison guard. It's about time they start making prison cells with pain lasers instead of steel bars, like in those forgotten 90s sci-fi films I grew up with. Cave Johnson says otherwise. He has a great point. I didn't know this existed and I'm glad I clicked. Death rates are going to escalate. No more clean rooms in hospitals. Harder to keep hers clean. Autoclaves will become useless, etc. Also, nobody would be safe from being robbed while away from the house. Well, you could lock some metals bar in a prison-like manner and keep the key to that lock. I have that on my front entrance, and I think it's also considered a door. I have the door and the prison bar door. It's like a storm door, but for basement apartments in bad neighborhoods. My windows are up near the ceiling and are too small to fit a body through, but those have bars too. The windows don't latch though, so I assume the landlord uses the bars to keep the raccoons out. Assert dominance by staring people in the eye when on the toilet. Edit. I love that this is my highest rated comment. You're good shit, people of Reddit. What a shit show that would be. This made me laugh. Thank you for that. Take your damn up vote. Guess the postman's finally gonna catch me masturbating. You masturbate in front of your door? You don't? Till there are places some people don't masturbate. Personally, I just stand in front of the window and make people watch. I sit in my open window so I can enjoy the breeze. Quit my job. Am flight attendant. No need. The only difference now it's that planes will either have to fly lower or use some sorry-if mechanism to seal the openings so the aircraft doesn't depressurize. At what point does a mechanism to seal the opening become a door? I know they could just fly under 10k feet, but it'd be allowed, cold af. You enter the plane and they install the final window, then you fly forever now. I never thought a lack of doors would be the fall of our society. But looking at these answers, it would be. It really does blow my mind how razor thin our existence is, and fills me with despair that people think we can survive a world that is 5°C hotter when we can't even live without doors. That includes elevator doors? So now it's okay to fart in an elevator. Just as long as it's a tiny quiet fart that doesn't smell like you had gelatin after you just had tacos with extra chili in them. R. Suspiciously specific.